Alvaro, thank you, dude. Appreciate you. Now it's great to have you in the studio, and I got so much to talk about. It's like, but it's hard because we have to have you back.
Thank you.
And we have to have you like unplugged because there's so much over the years of what you've done in South Florida, in the lowrider community, in the model car community, now in the RC. And it's hard because I got a couple of questions, dude. But it's like when it came to lowrider, you've been doing this for a long time.
Been doing it for a long time. And thank you for having me. It's an honor to be here. And yeah, been doing this since 1988.
Oh, damn.
Since 1988 when I became a fan of Lowrider magazine. And that's pretty much when I knew what I wanted to do.
Dude, it's crazy because I was born in 1984, so it gives you an idea where we're at for like difference in time. But
yeah,
I have to say, over the years, I respect so much what you do. And you continue to do it, and now you do it with your son, and you have so much. And I just love it, dude. And I got a couple. It's funny because I want to ask you so many different questions, but I'm like, they told me, hey, stay on task. You have to do this on task.
We can do this for days.
Oh yeah. Especially you're part of something I love, model cars. You did it for a long time. Who is Alvaro? Tell me about yourself.
Alvaro Torres is an automotive enthusiast. I love everything that has to do with cars. I don't know why. Nobody in my family does. My father doesn't. My brother doesn't. Cousins, nobody. So I'm pretty much the guy in the family that fell in love with cars. And now my family got exposed to that. And I have my son, my nephew. We all love that. And I'm just a car guy, man. I love cars, no matter what it is. My preference is lowriders, but I love all type of cars. I went ahead and started with the model cars, as you mentioned. And from there on, we did RC cars, but then went ahead and got into the real cars. And I've been doing real cars, I'd say, since I was about 14 years old when I got my first car.
And you have your own shop now.
I do have my own shop now.
What's it called so everybody can know?
Torres Automotive Garage Miami, TAG Miami. We're known as Tag Miami.
Tag Miami, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You did one of my Club Brothers cars. It's 58 Impala. You ended up.
We've actually done two of your Club
Oh,
Brothers
you're
cars.
right. You did the 72 Bolt Tail.
We did the Rivera and we did Javi's 58.
What is Riviera's name, Javi?
Cafecito 72.
Cafecito 72. So you did the setup on that one. You juiced that one. It was a 2-pump 4-battery setup.
Correct. The lay and play setup.
A lay and play, and you did the same. Well, you built a beautiful rack too for the 58. That hasn't come out, but you did the same thing, a 2-pump setup, and you helped them with making sure it clears everything.
Correct. Yeah.
Dude, what got you into that? You decided one day to open up your own shop?
I've always done my own cars, my own stuff. At the beginning, when I was younger, I couldn't do my own things. But then as the times and the years passed by, I experimented myself. I couldn't afford technically the stuff or what was charged for doing that.
Yeah.
So I took it upon myself and, got a welder, a torch, and went from there. And it just, it was never planned to actually have a shop. It's just something that happened. I worked with Frank at Reds as his counter sales manager.
That was after Orange Blossom.
That was after Orange Blossom.
And guys, if you don't know what Orange Blossom is, that was a cornerstone for the model, everything model. It didn't matter what it was,
That was the core.
That was a core, and it's crazy that you worked there, and you have a couple of things here, dude, that are crazy. So, what impact do you think? And you've done a lot here, but what impact have you had on the community for what you've been doing over the years, and what was your role?
That I've had a big role and a big impact with the lowrider community that's out here now. Just because back then, a lot of the guys that I know now that are true riders, real riders, that build cars now, have shops now, were guys that I sold model cars to back then.
Guilty, right here.
Guys, and yourself as well.
Yeah.
Guys that would come over and buy model cars from me, and now they have their own businesses like yourself. They have beautiful cars. So I consider myself one of the pillars. I mean, I've known a lot of the guys. I sometimes tell my son, look, these guys are my kids too, man, because I've known them since they used to take rides to Orange Blossom. Their parents used to take them to Orange Blossom. Their sisters, their uncles, anybody, brothers, anybody. They would get a ride to go to Orange Blossom to buy model cars, and then they'll come back the next week with their cars fully built.
Yep.
You know, and no matter what it looked like, I always cheered them on.
Yeah.
You know, I gave them credit because you know you want to give credit to anybody's, whether it was beautiful, whether it was not, whether the paint wasn't perfect. It was their effort, so you still want to cheer them on.
Yeah, I remember building it. You give me some advice, and then I was dying. Sometimes I couldn't go the next week, but I'll go the following week when I reckon get a bum a ride, give somebody $2
Right.
to take me because that's what gas was so cheap.
Right.
But I was dying to have feedback from you or from Cosmo. That Cosmo
Correct.
worked because Cosmo worked around the corner in the RC section,
Yeah.
but he was a big model car guy too.
Yeah, Cosmo came in after me, and we brought him in, and then he shared the love for model cars with myself, and we used to share a lot of stuff together.
Yeah. So Alvaro, I remember you had a Malibu when you worked at Orange Blossom.
Yes.
But what was the first car club you were?
The first official car club I was part of and I ran here in Miami was Classic Angels.
That's crazy. What year do you think was?
That must have been 95, 96 back then.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then after that, you did Classic Angels for how long? Would you say?
It was a couple of years. It wasn't too long. It was a couple of years. We were still young. After that, we noticed that USO Car Club started expanding chapters.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, like all of us, we have always looked up to the guys in the West Coast. So at the time, Junior, my cousin, he goes, "Hey, Al, I see this club, man. I think they had expanded to Midwest." I think that's when they did it.
Okay.
And that's when we actually made a phone call. Spoke to the guy at the time, which was Jay Bratton at that time. And then I spoke to Kita. And we went ahead and that was in 97. I think they had just gotten Club of the Year.
Okay.
And they made us, they told us what steps we had to take. And I went ahead and we did all the steps. We had to send pictures of our cars to make sure that we qualified to be part of the club, that we were at the club standards. And 98, it became official, and Kita came down with Jay and a couple of other guys, Robert Drack, and they plaqued my Malibu.
Oh, wow.
And that's when our chapter officially started.
Now, it's funny because isn't USO mostly a more traditional club? But they saw the Malibu, because it's a four-door Malibu.
It's a four-door Malibu.
It's not the traditional two-door, for what they're known for.
So this is what happened. We sent the pictures of our cars. They said there's an issue. I said, "What's up?" They said the Malibu's a four-door. I said, "All right, cool." So I go ahead and, not being the selfish person that I'm not, I tell my guys, "Look, you guys go ahead, start the club. I'll ride with you. I don't need a plaque to ride with you." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but then my guys, their loyalty, they were like, "Nah, if you're not in it, we're not in it."
Okay.
Those were my guys at that time. And I said, "All right, cool." Then I get a phone call from Kita. And Kita calls me. He calls me Alvi.
Okay.
So he calls me. He goes, "Alvi, check it out, man." He goes, "I looked at your car." He goes, "You got 520s, you got Dayton's, you got 4 pumps. Yeah, it has 4 doors, but there's something about it. It's just right."
Okay.
So he liked it. And then he goes, "I'm plaquing my car myself."
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So
and then
he plaqued.
and he's
So
the
there was
founder.
no
And
say.
he's the founder of the club. So
Correct.
there's no. That's it. The buck ends with him.
Right. The buck ends with him.
That's
So
crazy,
he said,
dude.
"I'm plaquing your car."
And you were how many years were you with USO?
18 years.
18 years. No way,
18
dude.
years.
That's a long time.
I was with USO 18 years. A long time.
I wanted to touch upon it. You rent a lot of your cars out for movies, and not for movies. You all
We rent them for
everything.
commercials, movies, photo shoots.
You do. You've been doing it for years.
Been doing it for years.
So just to drop a couple names, give me a couple artists that have had your car. I know you had your El Camino on a stage with a famous singer.
Chiquis Rivera.
Okay.
Chiquis Rivera. She used the El Camino. Snoop Dogg.
Yes.
Rick Ross. T-Pain. Cash Money has used her cars. There's just so many.
You've had a lot because
A lot.
didn't you have
2 Chainz.
Yeah. How about the guy from Puerto Rico? Bad Bunny, no.
Bad Bunny. We
Yeah,
used the
'cause
El Camino.
I remember
Bad
seeing
Bunny.
Bad Bunny, and these are all their music videos.
Music videos.
And
yeah.
the Chiquis Rivera was a concert.
That was a concert. Yeah. That was before the El Camino got painted magenta.
Uh-huh.
Which was more like a violet color.
Yeah, because that's one thing you've dominated very well for yourself, that you've made passive income with your cars.
Very.
And you're good at it.
Yeah.
You're very good at it.
Be responsible, and your car has to be ready to go.
Yeah, of course.
You know, we just did one yesterday.
Yeah,
that was son and we went ahead, but our cars are always ready to go.
And go from, and you have all the paperwork and make sure it's all, everybody's protected. You have to be protected because, they can sit in your car or stand on the hood and you're like, well, bro, what are you doing?
Yeah, well, I won't let them.
No, yeah.
It could happen.
It could happen because sometimes they might get carried away.
Correct.
And you're on site watching these cars like a hawk.
Yeah, because remember, it's our cars. To them, it's just a car.
Yeah, it's a prop. They don't even know.
It's a prop.
Yeah.
To us, it's our car. We're the ones that are going to go home with this dent or the scratch.
Yeah.
They're our babies.
Yep. It's a lot of work to build these cars. But it's crazy. It's so diverse for what you're doing. You know what I'm saying?
It is. But we've enjoyed it. My son and I enjoy it. I enjoyed having the cars out there, and it's just we've been blessed. I mean, I've worked with Lil Wayne, a video you guys never seen, and it's just like the whole starstruck, when you see these guys, but that's gone.
Because you do it so much.
Exactly.
So it's like, oh, okay, another celebrity, whatever. Like it's normal for you already.
Yeah.
So, Alvaro, one of the questions I wanted to ask you is, what impact did being part of a club have on your life? You were with 18 years with USO, and then you ended up doing your own Torres family, and you did a little Classic Angels. What do you think, what did that mold you, especially being in such a club like USO? That's a big club.
Huge club.
It's a worldwide club, if I'm not mistaken, and many chapters and very dedicated into the roots of lowriding.
Yeah. So, it had a good impact on my life. I was pretty close with Kita. I spoke with Kita pretty constant. He would call me, I would call him. We talked about things that went on the club, and things that other people didn't know. How we felt. I felt like I could tell him exactly what I felt, and the impact that he had in my life is that he pretty much taught me as far as how in this game of how to be a leader and how to be very humble with people, not to be full of myself, be humble, help others. And I've followed that, and I enjoyed every minute that I was in that club while Kita was there. But that's pretty much how it affected my life as far as my persona was being humble with people and getting stuff done, setting goals for myself and accomplishing the goal.
That's awesome, and the fact that you had such a personal relationship with Kita.
Yeah.
And the amount of people he led during his time as the president and the founder of USO. And the impact he left.
We were honored because we were technically the first West Coast affiliated club in the East Coast.
Oh, really?
Back then.
In that time? That's crazy.
At that time.
Well, you've been doing this for a long time, and you in South Florida, you play a crucial role. There's a couple of guys that play a crucial role, and you were just part of that story of bringing a lot of that West Coast down here. And then after that, other West Coast clubs started coming because of what you guys started.
Correct.
Yeah,
we paved the way, and then the other clubs started expanding over. Other names started expanding over. But we were the first ones to start a West Coast car club out here on this side.
So I'm sure we've been talking about a little bit of everything, right, of your past and all that, but we have an RC car.
Yes.
And that's a big part of your life now. In this chapter, you've had many chapters. You're still building big, we always say one-to-one cars because we know we talked about TAG. So TAG is your shop that you're doing hydraulics, and you have the car. One of the questions here says, how do you how do you use Tropical Glitz products in your work? I can see it. Yeah. So talk to me a little bit about what you got going on, bro. So you have a lineup of cars everywhere around here.
Yeah, this is only a handful of cars that we've built, especially with the Tropical Glitz paint. I always wanted more than just the regular spray paint that you could go to buy at AutoZone or Advance or the auto parts store.
That's what I used to do growing up.
Man, when I found out that you were doing these colors and you were doing all this stuff in spray cans, I'm kind of lazy in the fact that I've never picked up an airbrush.
Okay.
I've never wanted to be the guy to sit there and clean a needle and clean the whole system out. I don't know why.
It's fair.
It is what it is.
Yeah, it happens.
But I've always spray painted. When I found out you guys were doing these colors, I was in awe. I was super happy. You gave such a variety of colors, and I use them on the RC cars. We use them on 1/64 scale cars.
Okay.
And I've even painted stuff on full size cars with it.
Yeah.
And everything I love it. I love the product. I love the shine. I just recently 2 days ago cleared my Cadillac lights with your spray.
Oh, with the clear?
Yeah. And the reason why I use it, I don't think I've told you this, but I would say it's going maybe on 2.5 years.
Mm-hmm.
My aunt, one time, she asked me, hey, what can we do about my headlights?
Okay.
And I wet sanded them, and then I cleared them with spray can.
Oh, really?
And up to today, they haven't changed.
No way.
I swear.
And dude, headlights take a beating.
And they take a beating.
They take a beating outside.
So that's when I know that product works, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate Alvaro. When I will go to Orange Blossom, I will go to a paint store called American Quality that was on Northwest 7th Avenue and 23rd. Mangi, he was here a couple of days ago. I'm still good friends with him. Mangi will let me make my own paint in the back. He taught me how to read the grams and all that. And then Mangi would make spray cans, but you have to pump it in manually.
Yes.
And it's funny because Mangi was here a couple of days ago, and he's like, dude, I can't believe what you're doing. And we were just shooting the shit.
Yes.
And I go, Mangi, remember when you used to let me pump my own spray cans? He's like, yeah. I go, now I pump around 5,000 spray cans a month. And I was telling him, I showed him the equipment. He's like, no way. I go, yeah, bro. And I told him, I loved what you did for me. And it started with the models. Yep. So it's the same thing. Like, I don't forget I always believe in that lollipop effect. It's like one small transaction can change someone's life. You can be walking by a stranger, pat them on the shoulder and say, hey, bro, have a great day. You don't know what they're going through, but that can change them.
Agreed.
This really changed me and put me to what I have now. Obviously, life has given me other things that motivate me to do this, but my core memories are this, model cars and all that.
Correct. So you saying the changes, I tried to get into law enforcement, and I did all that, the police stuff and all that. And I have a certificate for a fire safety inspector as well.
Really? No way, dude.
Yeah. And I could go do that.
Yeah.
But as hard as working on cars is, it's what I love.
Yeah, it is.
So I don't mind it.
It's like we like to be abused by these old cars.
Yeah, man.
We're in a toxic relationship. I have always said that with Javi. I go,
it's the worst.
But hey, it is.
You know what? When you accomplish it and you beat it, and you look at it and you say, I did it.
It's dope, bro.
That's fulfilling.
So I got a question. This is, what is your favorite Tropical Glitz color so far? Because all this is Tropical Glitz, except this. This has been done for so long, but all this, and you've been using our product exclusively for a few couple of years, right?
Yeah, a few years now. My favorite color is the toffee.
Oh, the luscious toffee.
Believe it or not. But there's something that's always attracted me to like those type of colors, just like my Malibu. My Malibu.
Bro, this is technically almost the same. It's dark, a little darker.
Right.
But you're right. It's like an orange.
Malibu back then, it was actually SEM Mandarin.
Dude, the SEM candy.
That's SEM Mandarin over a titanium. That's what my Malibu color was. So I've always been attracted to like this. And I know they're not the bright, popular colors. Yeah. But I like it.
It's classy, dude. You did a great setup with this. You and your son have really accomplished something really awesome, especially here. You guys really dominate the lowrider scene for the RCs here in South Florida or Florida. So it's pretty awesome. So Alvaro, we can talk forever. We're gonna have to have you back, bro.
Part 2.
Where can we find you on social media?
TA Garage Miami, Toys in the Hood, and Miami Riders RC, which is my son's page.
And that's all on Instagram?
That's all on Instagram.
thank you again for coming to the show. I mean, this interview was amazing. I greatly appreciate you.
Thank you for having me. But before we go, I brought you a little something, and I brought Javi a little something.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You didn't have to.
I don't know if anybody else has done it, but I wanted to.
I appreciate you,
As soon as I saw it, I thought of both of you guys. So here we go.
Let's see. Javi has his fingers crossed.
This is yours. This one should fall right at home.
What? What is it? Oh, man.
We need Javi over
Bro,
here.
what is this? In Metal Flake. It is around.
Metal Flake.
This is awesome. Bro, where did you get this at, bro? Alvaro.
I thought they were great because they're Metal Flake.
This is you know, Dave's Hot Chicken has this as a logo.
Do they?
Yeah, and I ran into that place in Cali, but this is awesome. All right, guys. I know, you made my day, bro. This is by far so awesome. Thank you so much.
You got it.
Oh yeah.
Thank you guys for what you do for us.
Oh man, my pleasure, bro.